Hey everyone, Katie Vinecourt here, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Clumsy Yogini. Chances are, if you've stumbled upon my page, you're looking for a great yoga or meditation class, so you've definitely come to the right place. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome, and thank you for joining me today for this practice. I ask that if you enjoy this content, that you go ahead and give the video a like when you're done. You can even make a few comments at the bottom. I always like to read and hear back what people are looking for in classes and what kind of content they'd like to see. This channel is for all of you, so I want to make sure what I'm putting out there is stuff everyone will enjoy. Also, you can go to my main page and subscribe. The more subscribes and likes I get, the more I can get the content out to everyone else. Also, if you're in the Cincinnati area, chances are you maybe have taken one of my classes over at one of our 3 Elemental Om locations. I teach over at Mason, Montgomery, and Mount Lookout, and we have our YouTube channel up and running as well. So the Elemental Om Studios YouTube is going to be underneath Pamela Quinn. So you can go over and give her page a like and subscribe as well. Check out some of my classes on there, as well as some of Pamela's classes and all of our other great teachers. It's great for when you can't make it into the studio. You have a couple of options to hang out with all of us. Before we get started today, I'll have a few links in the About section. So the first link, it's going to be a donation link. So if you enjoy the class and you feel inclined to donate, it's always very much appreciated. The 2 links for that will be either Venmo or PayPal, whatever the preference is. The donation's not required, but again, it is appreciated if you feel inclined to do so. The next link I'll have will be for Spotify. So the Spotify playlist that I have for today, it's called Spring Yoga. So you can go over to my Spotify, listen to that. I won't be playing music during this video just because I don't know how you'll be able to hear me that well, and also I don't own the rights to the music, so I want to make sure my video stays up and doesn't get taken down. So the link will be for Spotify, and then I'll also have my Insta bio link that'll take you to other places like my Facebook, my Instagram, my webpage, which will be up in just a few days. If you like essential oils, there's an essential oil link, and then if you like my pants, there's a 10% off code for Buddha pants as well on there. So lots of great options for everyone. But the class today we're going to work on, just like the playlist is, it's going to be a spring yoga class. So right now it is March 29th, 2020. So maybe you're watching the video this week or even today or maybe in 2 years from now. But right now, if you're watching it, then you know we are on coronavirus quarantine. So a lot of us here, I think not even in Ohio, but just worldwide, we have not really been able to celebrate the spring season quite yet. Of course, we are all able to get outside and go on walks, which has been fantastic and such a great way to connect with nature and see the change in the seasons with all the greenery and the beautiful flowers popping up. But I think because we are on this lockdown, it kind of just slips our mind that, yeah, you know, we are in this change of season. So it probably feels weird for us that we aren't quite yet out of our hibernation when we should be. I don't know about all of you, but I really do feel like it's a biological thing that I feel within me. During the winter months, I definitely retreat more. I am an extroverted person, but I enjoy kind of hunkering down and hibernating. But once the seasons start to change, I can feel myself getting more antsy, wanting to be out. And obviously the weather has a lot to do with that, but I think we kind of biologically feel it. So I think that might be why a lot of us are certainly feeling stir crazy right now during this quarantine, is that we've been kind of in this hibernation, hunkering down for the last couple of months, and now we're ready to just get out and be around people, be back in community. So hopefully this video and this yoga class gives you some just nice uplifting feelings going into the spring season. Even if you are at home right now, you can still go outside, go on a walk, and just really connect with that beautiful nature aspect. But spring itself is all about rebirth. It is about new energy. It's about new creation. So planting these seeds, or starting to see the seeds that we planted towards the beginning of the year start to come to fruition a little bit more. So where are we at with this? So today's practice is going to be a nice spring heating practice to start to bring that warmth and that energy back into the body, giving us a little bit more vitality, giving us some more light and life as we move throughout our days and the weeks and the years even. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and head over to our mats. If you would like any props, I definitely recommend getting a block, maybe 2. So we will start in hero pose today. And we're going to start in hero because we're going to do some mudra and light meditation. Now, I like to use my block for our hero pose. And then I have 2 additional blocks that maybe I'll use throughout the flow that we do today. Sometimes I just like to have the blocks. It's a little bit easier having the ground coming up to support me than trying to hunch over and catch the ground when needed to. And then any other additional props that feel good to your practice. If you're practicing from home and you don't have props, you can always grab a stack of books. If you like to use a strap and you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, you can use a scarf, whatever works for you. You can even use pillows. Just get creative. It's at home. Just have fun, okay? Like no one's here looking, no one's judging. But for hero pose, I like to use a block, and you'll see why. So we're going to have that space between the feet, so the glutes aren't actually going to touch the heels. The glutes come between. So if you notice, my glutes don't actually touch the ground here. So what the block does, you can even grab a pillow or blanket here, is it just kind of helps support me. It's a nice stretch through the ankles and through the front of the feet as well. If hero pose does not feel good to you, if you have any knee issues or even feet or ankle issues, this can be a little bit too much. So just come into a traditional easy seat and maybe put a blanket or a block underneath to help lift up through the spine. So I'm going to come over to my mat. I'm just going to set this block right here. I'm going to be right in the center. So we're going to start with our Sat Nam meditation with our Pushan mudra. So a couple of ways we can do this mudra. You can use your right hand or your left hand. Now for the right hand, to work on the upper GI tract, you'll bring your peace fingers to your thumb, and then we just rest the hand right here. Now, if you want to work on your lower GI tract, then we would bring the pinky and the ring finger together to the thumb so the peace fingers are out, and then holding it right here. Now, the left side is going to be all the GI, so we bring the middle and the ring finger to the thumb, kind of like that rock and roll symbol right here. So whatever you feel like is going to be more balancing for you. So the upper GI tract is going to be more reflux and belching, so kind of more gas. And then the lower GI tract is more about bloating and constipation. So these are both Vata imbalances. If you are familiar with Ayurveda or the elements at all, what this is going to do, it's going to help create more of a heating ability in the body to help purify and rebalance the gastro system. Oh, one more thing I wanted to grab. So I always like to use essential oils during my practice. So for this practice, I'm using purification. So I just put a little bit in the diffuser, or you can put some on your wrist. The bead bracelets I have, I can always put a few drops on the beads too. So it's just kind of nice to smell throughout the practice. So springtime is a lot about that solar plexus chakra, so that fire energy, that heat, and we really want to purify and detox everything that we've kind of been holding stagnant throughout the winter months. Letting it go. Again, we're creating these new energies, this new life force, this rebirth as we come into the season, so clearing out all the old, bringing in for the new. So good time for spring cleaning as well, which is what I've been doing. All right, so deciding how you want to do the mudra. So again, for the upper GI tract, you can bring the peace fingers to the thumb and just hold the hand down like this. For the lower GI tract, it's the little finger and the ring finger to the thumb. Or for all, the left side, kind of like that rock and roll symbol, the middle and the ring finger to the thumb, and then holding it here. So traditionally, this is done for about 5 minutes. So we'll go ahead, find our seat, and begin to bring that mudra to the space. Soften the gaze, close the eyes. And again, how this is traditionally done is the mudra is done for 45 minutes total in the day in 5-minute increments. So you can do it for 5 minutes, come back, and then do it for another 5 minutes, totaling up to 45 minutes in the day. So I'm going to grab one more block here. My knees are a little bit stiff today. So you can get a little bit higher. Oh, that feels much better. So I have 2 blocks actually underneath, which feels a lot nicer. It's less strenuous on my feet. So I'm going to set a timer here. And just start to come into the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, option to stay here holding that mudra wherever you're at, connecting to your inhales and your exhales, Or we can start to invite this mantra into our practice, Sat Nam. So Sat means truth and Nam means identity. So right now we're working to purify, let go, and detox and clear out what's no longer serving us so we can come back to our true identity. So maybe on the inhales, you inhale Sat. On the exhales, Nam. Inhale Sat. Exhale Nam. Inhale Sat. And exhale Nam. Just focusing on each inhale and each exhale with the mantra. And I will continue to mind the time. If you have the Sat Nam mantra that you are continuing to focus on, gently start to release that mantra, coming back to your breath. You can start to release the mudra, maybe open and close the hands. Just taking a moment to come back to the present moment, noticing the mind, noticing the body, noticing the energy around you, anything that has shifted throughout your bubble, internally and externally. Notice if that meditation with the mudra was easy for you, if it was a little bit challenging. We were there for about 5 minutes, so sometimes meditation can be a little bit comfortably uncomfortable, especially when we're first finding our seats. But just take a moment to acknowledge yourself and acknowledge the energy that's shifted throughout the body. And we'll bring our hands to heart center before we begin with our asana practice, taking a moment to set an intention, whether that's a positive thought, an affirmation, or simply sending love to someone out there who needs it, or maybe even an intention for your spring season. And we'll seal this intention with an Om. Om is the universal vibration, a sound that connects us all. Nice deep breath in. Om. Very nice. On your inhale, let's go ahead and reach the arms up, get nice and long. Interlace the hands so the palms come together. Heels of the hand press up towards the sky. As you exhale, hands come out in front, arch through the back, around through the back, And then gently reach the arms back up. And then exhale, hands come down to the side. Go ahead and roll the shoulders back. Roll them forward. And then gently come off the blocks. If you're in hero pose, maybe you're sitting on the block, maybe you're not, just shift forward. Take any props out of the way. Or if you are in a seat and you're on any props, go ahead and just shift those props out of the way as well. Just set mine to the side. And from here, we're going just to come into a regular seated position. Have you been in hero and you want to send the legs out in front just for a moment, maybe wiggling the toes, pointing and flexing the feet, rolling the ankles. Sometimes sitting like that can cause a little bit of stiffness. But let's go ahead, just find a nice comfortable seat, nice easy seat. And we're going to start with some spinal rolls. So as we inhale, start to shift forward, leading with the heart. As we exhale, draw the chin and rounding through the back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, round up and lift through the crown. Exhale, fold. Moving through this with your breath and with your flow. Making sure we keep that nice long spine as we move forward. Shoulders pull down away from the ears. Hips stay grounded. Jaw is softened. Just noticing the spine begin to wake up. Feel that energy starting to move throughout the body. Feel that prana. Feel where we've had any stagnant energy that we've been holding on to, letting it go. Let those blockages be released. Take one more round here. And then on your next inhale, meeting back up at that center line. Coming back to your seats. As you inhale, feel the crown of the head reach up a little bit higher towards the sky. As we exhale, shoulders draw down away from the ears. On your inhale, arms rise up, gaze follows. As we exhale, contract the navel in towards the spine, twist over to the right. Left hand comes to right knee, right arm comes back, gaze follows. As we lift up to inhale, as we exhale, gaze comes towards the back of the room. Feel that twist in the upper part of the body. Breathing in through the belly. And breathing out through the belly. Breathing in. And breathing out. Just starting to twist out and detoxify what no longer serves us. On our inhale, reach the arms back up. And then exhale over to the left side. So right hand comes to left knee, left arm comes back, gaze follows. Try to keep that nice long spine as gaze comes towards the back of the room. Feeling the navel contracting inwards, so we're protecting the low back. Breathing in and breathing out. Belly rises up nice and big with each inhale. With each exhale, feel it contracting in towards the spine. On your next breath, bring the gaze forward. Let's go ahead and reach the arms up and just fold forward. Get that nice stretch through the back. Very nice. Awesome. When you're ready, just walking the hands back up to center. We'll go ahead and reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down to the heart, coming back to your breath, and then coming back to your intention. Breathing in and breathing out. We'll go ahead, bring the feet down to the ground, bring the knees into the chest, and then gently lower onto the back, nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time, bringing the crown of the head down towards the mat, legs extend out in front. Very good. So hands are pressing into the mat, toes are pointing up towards the sky, so feet are flexed, actively engaged, almost like we're pressing into a wall in front of us. We're going to inhale, lift the right leg off the mat, pointing to the toes, start to engage the lower abdominal muscles. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, lower. So moving through this nice and slow, lifting up through the core. Keep that lower back anchored down to the mat so we're not arching through the spine. We're starting to activate the hip flexors, the quads, the lower part of the core. Gaze stays towards the chest so the spine is nice and long. Very good. Lifting up one leg at a time. Beautiful job. Very good. We'll do one more round on each side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's go ahead and make a little triangle with the hands. Place the triangle underneath the sacrum so the low back is protected here. And then, again, feet are flexed, actively engaged. We're going to inhale, lift the toes off the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Keep that low back pressed into the ground. If you feel that arching, don't lower the legs as close to the ground. Again, we're lifting up through the lower part of the core, strengthening the body, strengthening the mind, feeling that heat, feeling that fire energy. And then as we exhale, lower the feet down, lift the hips up, take the hands away, hug the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze, and then find happy baby here. So either grabbing onto the big toes with the peace fingers or the inside or outside edges of the feet. Just start to open up to the inner thighs here. If it feels good, you can lengthen the legs one at a time or both legs together. Feel the shoulders drawing down away from the ears. Feel navel tucked in towards the spine. Find that smile. Find that joy that you've made it to your mat today. And always remember as we go through this practice today, this is your practice. So if you want to, if something doesn't feel good, come into your inner creativity. Find that inner child. Get creative with your practice. You can shift around as you need to. We'll go ahead and hug the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Grab behind the thighs. Gently start to rock and roll forward. From here, we're going to plant the hands down towards the mat. I can do this. And you know what? I had a different way of transitioning into this that we're not going to do. So we're going to do it a different way. Sometimes things don't go as planned. So let's start to rock and roll forward once again. Come into a seat. Step back. Find your plank pose. Very nice. Gaze comes forward. Energy comes out through the heels. Notice the hips. Notice if they're dropping down or if they're piking up. We want to have that nice neutral spine. Gaze is out in front. Very good. As we exhale, pike the hips up, downward facing dog. Very good. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. On your inhale, start to walk both feet towards the outside edge of the mat, towards the hands. Gaze comes forward, and then start to squat down into our malasana. Very nice. Beautiful job. So, I was trying to find a transition that I wanted for that. Change it up a little bit, but that's okay. We like to have fun. We like to get creative. Spine is nice and long. Beautiful job. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in And breathing out, maybe even shifting the hips side to side here, opening up. Very good. Then coming back to stillness. On your exhale, plant the hands down, pike the hips up, toes turn forward, find a wide-legged forward fold. Very good. We'll inhale, lift up, lengthen halfway, find that flat back. As you exhale, fold forward, hinge you to the hips, lead with the heart with that nice long spine, shoulders draw down away from the ears. We'll bring that right hand towards the center of the mat, and left hand to left hip. Now, if you want to use a block, you can grab a block, place it underneath the right hand. Gaze comes towards the left shoulder. Just a gentle twist here to begin to open up. As we exhale, fold forward. Left hand comes towards the block, right hand comes to right hip. And then gently twisting over towards the right side. Gaze comes towards the right shoulder. Keep the hands grounded down here. We're just beginning to practice. Gently come back down to center. We're going to pivot the toes out back to 45 degrees. Drop the hips back down. Come back to our malasana. Very good. Notice how this feels a little bit different now that we've come into it for the second time. From here, we're going to bring our right hand back down towards the ground or towards the block. And then left arm comes up, gaze follows, twisting in our malasana. If you have a bind, you can reach that left hand over towards the right side and then grab on. Maybe using a strap. I cannot do the bind, so I'm just going to hang out right here. Breathing in and breathing out. Very good. As you inhale, reach that left arm back up. Exhale, ground back down. Hands come to heart center. And then on your next breath, left arm comes down towards the mat. Right arm reaches up. And again, option to stay here or reach that right hand towards the left side, either grabbing onto the low part of the back, or if you have a bind, reaching for your bind or using a strap. With each inhale, we bring the gaze up towards the right shoulder. With each exhale, we twist a little bit deeper. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. On your inhale, right arm reaches back up. As we exhale, hands come back down to heart center. Very good. Nice long spine. I know it's really easy to find that round in here. We want to try and keep it long as much as we can. On your exhale, bring the hands down towards the earth. Inhale, step back, find your plank pose. Gaze is forward, core is strong. Again, checking in with the hips here. Very nice. As you exhale, find your vinyasa flow, whatever that might be for you. I'm going to take the modification by lowering onto the knees, lowering chest and chin down towards the mat, keeping the elbows in towards the side. As I inhale, I'm going to come up, find my cobra. Shoulders right on away from the ears. Gaze comes up, and then exhale, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Take a nice breath in, and then as you exhale, sigh it out. Very nice. It's our second down dog, our first longer one. So we're going to start to pedal through the feet, maybe come up and down onto the tiptoes. Whatever feels good to you. Again, checking in with the back, checking in with the shoulders. Again, if we're starting to shift forward here, pressing through the arms, nice long spine. You can always put that bend in the knees. You really just want to work to pike the hips up. Beautiful job. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Go ahead, find stillness. Shake the head yes. Shake it no. Shake it maybe. And then on your inhale, gaze comes forward. As you exhale, walk to the top of the mat. Find your forward fold. Maybe putting a nice bend in the knees here, so that nice long spine. As we inhale, lift up, lengthen halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Contracting the navel in towards the spine. Tailbone points towards the back of the room. Shoulders are relaxed. Beautiful job. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. On your inhale, reverse waterfall up nice and slow. Use that core to help lift you up. On your inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Let's find our mountain pose. Coming back to our breath. Coming back to our intention. Notice the body, it's a little bit heated now, so we haven't had a lot of movement, but we've been doing a lot of stabilizing, strengthening poses with the squats and with the planks. So you're going to start to feel that heat coming throughout the body, okay? Beautiful job. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Very nice. Just have to readjust the camera here really quick. There we go. Always think I have it adjusted the right way, and then something happens. So coming in to our mountain pose, feet can be together. That'll challenge your balance a little bit more, or you can bring them hip distance apart. But from here, we're going to shift back into our chair pose. So I really want you to feel grounded down the best way that you can. So if that means feet are a little bit wider apart, that's fine. Just listen to your body, listen to what it needs. We want to make sure our alignment's better, more than how the pose is actually supposed to look. So don't worry about this perfect chair pose. Worry about the knees being in line. Worry about the tailbone. Worry about the core. You don't need to look perfect. It's just yoga, okay? So we're going to reach the arms up as we inhale. Biceps are framing the ears. As we exhale, sit back, find your chair, just like we're squatting, going to the, ladies, for us, it's like we're trying to go to the toilet in a public bathroom, okay? And then take a look down. Notice the back. We want to tuck that core in so the tailbone's pointing down. Notice if it's hyperextending with that nice long spine. Beautiful job. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath here. As we exhale, fold forward. Go ahead, pedal out through the feet. Again, nice long spine. Inhale, lift up, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Beautiful job. From here, let's bring our right hand towards the center of the mat, left hand to left hip. As we exhale, bend that right knee, lengthen the left leg, gaze comes towards the left shoulder. So similar to our first twist, but now we're getting a little bit more through the IT band. Option to reach that left arm up towards the sky. Again, navel contracts in towards the spine. Beautiful job. Breathing in and breathing out. As we exhale, fold forward. Hands come back down towards the center. This time, left hand comes towards the block or the ground. Right hand comes to right hip. As we exhale, bend that left knee. Right leg lengthens. Gaze comes towards the right shoulder. Option to stay here or reach the right fingertips up towards the sky, drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. Checking in with the core. Navel's contracted inwards. Breathing in and exhale, fold forward. Beautiful job. On your inhale, reverse waterfall up nice and slow. Arms rise up. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. Beautiful job. Coming back to your breath, coming back to your ground. On your inhale, arms rise up. As we exhale, sit back, find your chair again, checking in with the core, checking in with the feet. Knees should be in line with the ankles. Tailbone tucks in. As we exhale, hands come to the heart, begin to twist over to the left. So elbows might hover, or that right elbow might hook on the outside edge of the left knee. Sinking back into our seat a little bit deeper, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Very nice. Breathing in and breathing out. Very good. On your next inhale, step that right leg back, coming into our twist. Ground down here. Navel's tucked in towards the spine. As you inhale, gaze comes forward. Pivot onto that back foot. So back toes are pointing out about 45 degrees. Arms rise up, warrior one. So if you need to, take a look down, readjust if you have to. Feet are still on train tracks. Left knee is in line with the left toe and stacked over the ankle. Left hip pulls back, right hip presses forward. Beautiful job. Fingertips can be together. Arms can be apart. Lifting up and lengthening through the spine. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. As we exhale, let's reverse the warrior. Right arm lifts, right arm reaches down, left arm lifts up towards the sky. Feel that nice opening through the front part of the hip flexor. Beautiful job. On your inhale, arms rise back up. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. From here, we're going to really strengthen and stabilize through that left leg. Step up with the right foot, come into tree pose. Very nice. So your right ankle might be rested on the right heel might be rested on the left ankle. It might be up the left leg, below the knee or above the knee, but never on the knee. Great job, everyone. Find that focal point, find that drishti. Grab a wall if you need to. Grab your spouse, grab your kids. Find someone to balance onto. Create that yogi tree for us. And then reach the arms up towards the sky, blooming just like these beautiful cherry blossom trees that we're seeing. And if you wobble, it's okay. It's just the breeze running through our branches. Very nice. Let's go ahead, bring the hands back down to heart center. Lift that right knee up towards the navel and step back to our warrior one. Arms rise up, rounding down. Beautiful job. As you exhale, hands come down towards the mat. Inhale, step back, find your plank pose. Beautiful job. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. If you have a vinyasa flow, feel free to take it. If not, let's exhale, meet into our downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Beautiful job. On your next inhale, gaze comes forward. As you exhale, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Find your forward fold. Inhale, lift up, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Checking in with the back of the legs, noticing how they're feeling. On your inhale, root to rise up. Use those legs and the core to help pull you back up. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. Again, grounding down through our mountain pose. Beautiful job. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Very good. Now we've got to do it on the other side so we're nice and balanced. Ready? Great. On your inhale, reach the arms up, let the gaze follow. Exhale, sit back, find your chair pose. Again, checking in with the feet, checking in with the core. Feel the weight really in the heels. Tailbone presses down towards the mat so the spine's nice and long. As we exhale, hands come to the heart and we begin to twist over to the right. Elbows might hover or they might come on the outside edge of that right knee. Really sinking back, navel's drawn in towards the spine. Thighs are squeezing together just like we have a block between them. We're strong, we're stable, we're twisting, we're detoxifying, we're creating space. Beautiful job. On your inhale, step that left leg back. Find our twisted high lunge. Again, readjust as you need to. Feel that weight really activating in the back of that right heel. And then as you inhale, pivot that back foot down, arms rise up, warrior one. So again, readjust if you have to. You might need to. You want to make sure that right knee is in line with the big toe and stacked over the ankle. Feet are on train tracks. Shoulders relax down away from the ears. Palms can be together. They can be apart. Maybe even finding your cactus arms. And then navel's tucked in towards the spine. Core is strong. Core is protected. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful job. As we exhale, reverse the warrior. Left arm floats down. Right arm reaches up. Feel that really deep opening through the left side of the hip flexor and the psoas. On your inhale, arms rise back up. Ground down into that right foot. Exhale, hands come to heart center. As you inhale, step into that right foot as left foot comes to the right leg. Tree pose. So again, we can just ground down through the four corners of that right foot. Let the left heel float on the left ankle, or walk that left foot up the right leg, below the knee or above the knee, but never on the knee. And notice one side's probably going to feel a little bit easier than the other. Check in with the hips. If the hips are floating out to the side, bring that leg down a little bit more, or press the thigh into the foot so we're lengthening up so we have this nice long spine. Reach the arms up, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, maybe find a smile. Visualize your favorite tree that's blooming right now. Beautiful job. As we exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, lift that left knee up towards the navel. As we exhale, I'm going to step back Find my warrior one. Arms rise up. Exhale to relax the shoulders. Beautiful job. Breathing in and breathing out. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back. Find your plank pose. Rounding down. Awesome job, everyone. You are so strong. Shoulders are relaxed. Gaze is out in front, so the crown of the head's in line with the spine. Try not to bring the gaze towards the toes. Look forward. Look ahead of you. What goals do you have? Beautiful job. As you exhale, option to flow or downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Very good. On your next inhale, shift forward. Find your plank. As you exhale, lower to the knees and the hips back towards the heel. Find child's pose. I'm just taking a moment here, taking a rest. Beautiful job. And then when you're ready, we're going to just shift onto the belly. And then make a pillow with the hands, with that third eye rest onto the pillow. Maybe bend the knees so the feet come up towards the sky. Let them fall from right to left. Whatever feels good to you. And then coming back down towards the ground. Zip the legs up together as much as that's comfortable to you. If you have pain in the low back, you can widen the legs a little bit further apart. If not, try to zip the legs up together as much as you can. Hands are going to come next to the chest. Forehead still resting down onto the ground. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Pelvis presses into the mat. As you inhale, lift up, find your low cobra. Start to feel the back activating. Lats are engaged. Shoulders draw down away from the ears. Hands can even lift off the mat as they hover. As you exhale, right ear comes down to the ground. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, side out. On your inhale, gaze comes forward. Exhale, side out. On your next inhale, rise up. Find your medium cobra. Coming up just a little bit higher than the first time. Shoulders still draw down away from the ears. Pelvis presses into the mat. Heart rises up. Exhale, left ear comes down to the mat. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, side out. Inhale, gaze comes forward. Exhale, side out. On your next inhale, press up, coming into the highest cobra that feels good to you. Again, shoulders draw down away from the ears. Maybe the chin draws up towards the sky. Feel the pelvis pressing in as we open up to that front side of the body, stretching the core, stretching the spine. Beautiful job. As we exhale, gently lower right ear down towards the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful job. From here, right ear is on the ground. We're going to extend that right arm out in front. Bend the left knee. Grab onto that left ankle or the foot with the left hand. And start to press the foot up into the hand. Opening up through the quad. Great job. And then gently just switch over to the opposite side. So release that left foot. Extend that left arm out to the front. Left ear comes down to the mat. Bend the right knee. Reach for that right ankle or the right foot. Pressing the foot into the hand. And then really opening up through the quad. Very good. Gently bring the gaze back forward. Right ear comes back down to the mat. Right arm extends out to the side. Left hand comes next to the chest. Bend the left knee and gently twist over to the right for your twisted prone. So that left foot might hover or it might touch the ground. Notice this nice little trifecta twist here through the core, the low back, the hips, even into the shoulders. The cleansing breath feels good. Feel free to take it here. And then gently coming back onto the belly, switching to the opposite side. So left arm comes out, left ear comes to the mat, right hand's next to the chest for support. Bend that right knee so the toes point up. As you exhale, twist over to the left. Foot might hover or it might touch the ground. Checking in with the core, make sure the navel's tucked in towards the spine. We started off by twisting to the upper back. Now we're hitting the lower part of the body, so noticing any difference in sensations that we're feeling. And And then gently coming back onto the belly. Gaze comes out in front. Two options here. We can come into our locust pose or into our bow pose. So if we're coming into locust pose, we can reach the arms behind, lifting the chest, the shoulders, and the legs off the mat. Or if bow pose is in your practice, we can bend the feet, grabbing for the ankles, the foot, whatever in your practice. For me, it's more the feet. Or you can grab a strap here to do this. And then as we inhale, pressing the feet up into the hands, gaze is forward. Beautiful job breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath. And then exhale, gently lower down. Send the hips back towards the heels. Find child's pose. Man, that was challenging for me. My feet are all slippery. I don't know how it is for you guys at home, but socks might have been helpful there for me. Take a nice breath in. On your exhale, sigh it out. One more cleansing breath in. And sigh it out. And then shifting forward into our tabletop to set up for dolphin pose. Let's go ahead and lower onto the forearms. So fingertips are out in front, or we can make that fist with the hands. To do a little measurement check here, bring the fingertips so they're in line with the elbows, not too far in or too far out. And then fingertips come out in front, or we make that little fist again. Tuck the toes under. Gaze comes towards the navel. And then maybe walking the feet a little bit closer in. If you're able to, you can start to walk the hips so they stack over the shoulders. I'm a little tight in my back, so this is my point right here. Really pressing into the forearms to lift up, strengthening through the shoulders. Activating that upper part of the back. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Navel's tucked in towards the spine. 2 more breaths here. As you exhale, lower to the knees and the hips back towards the heel. Find child's pose. Very good. And then when you're ready, start to walk the hands back towards the knees. Coming back to our hero pose. Grab your block if you need to. We're just going to take 5 breaths here. And just noticing how hero feels compared to when we first started our practice today. Does it feel a little bit easier, or is it still feeling challenging? Coming back to your breath. Let the hands rest on the thighs. Shoulders drop down away from the ears. As we inhale, lift up, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, drop that right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, chin comes to chest. Inhale to center. Exhale, chin comes up towards the sky. Inhale to center. And exhale to release. Let's go ahead and reach the arms up. Exhale, interlace the palms, and then let the hands come out in front, rounding to the back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down to the side. Again, just taking a moment here, notice the pose, notice how we're feeling. And then we'll gently start to shift on to our back, coming into our final pose of Shavasana. So if you'd like to, hugging the knees into the chest to begin, and then gently lower down nice and slow, 1 vertebrae at a time. Legs extend out in front. If you have props at home, you could put a bolster underneath the knees or even underneath the spine to lift up through the heart. You could put a blanket over the body or underneath the head. Palms can face up to receive energy or face down to stay grounded. Take a nice breath in. As you exhale, sigh it out. Forget about the flow of the breath. Forget about the count of the breath. Let everything start to come in and out of the body naturally as it should. Soften the front of the body. Soften the back of the body. Let the tongue rest on the roof of the mouth to feel the jaw soften. Feel the space between the eyebrows soften as the eyes start to close. And enjoy your Shavasana. When you're ready, gently start to allow small movement back into the body. Gently wiggling the toes. Maybe opening and closing the hands. Maybe reaching the arms behind and the feet out in front, just like it's the first stretch of the day. Noticing the changes and the sensations in the body. The energy, how it's shifted, how it's moved. When you're ready, rolling over onto your side, taking a moment here to pause and to reconnect with any intentions that you had for your practice today. And when you're ready, pressing back up into a seat. Truth is my essence. Truth is my nature. Truth is my truth. Truth is I. Sat Nam. We'll bring our hands to heart. And I'd like to end our class how we began with one final Om. Nice breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Next breath for Om. Om. Reaching our arms out to the side, giving love to those around us. Bringing our arms into ourselves, giving ourselves some love for making it to our mat today. And then bringing our hands back to heart center. Namaste means the light in me, honors and respects the light in all of you. So to you all I say, Namaste. Thank you so much again for taking the time to do this spring practice with me. This is just a great energetic flow to have with you throughout the entire year for whenever you need energy, but especially coming out of hibernation. And again, if you enjoyed this video, I ask that maybe you give it a like, and if you have any comments or if you have any classes you'd like to see, just leave that in the comment section for me. Subscribe to my page, and if you like the class and feel inclined to donate, there'll be the donation link in there as well. Thank you so much again, everyone, for joining me. I can't wait to see you in my next class. I miss all of you at the studio, and I hope to see everyone soon. Bye, guys. Peace out.